everybody, you're watching Call the Corn Star. Good morning, buenos dias, dobre ranak. Welcome to the farm. A good old 29 degree, 50 mile per hour wind. Oh, the wind just blew it out of my lungs. Day here in Iowa, where we are going to be working outside. Welcome. I hope you wore some warm clothes. Oh, speaking of warm clothes, we are grabbing the windbreaker. We'll go with the bright colored one.
Wind! Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Roman, game plan for today. What is it?
We're gonna start tying rebar for our walls, right?
Are we gonna lay down some rock too?
On the fabric?
Yes.
Sure. See, I was ready to start tying. I got a piece of wire and pliers and tie some rebar.
So for today's adventure, Roman and I are going to be working together. So we have the dynamic duo back and better than ever. And we are going to be working in the underground movie theater. More specifically, we need to get the rock all smoothed out around the inside of our footings. We have some low spots, like the areas where we can see the concrete, and then the areas where we can see some of our fabric. We need to get that all flush with the top of our footings, get the compactor in there, and then get everything compacted down. Then we will be done working with the rock on the inside of the underground movie theater. And then we need to hop in the mini excavator, and we'll probably use the skid loader as well. And then we are going to pull from this rock pile, and we are going to be dumping rock on all of the fabric that is on the outside of the underground movie theater. And then once we get all that done, then we are going to be going over to that big pile of rebar over there, and we need to bring all of that down into here because we are going to be tying that big pile to all of these vertical pieces that are sticking out of our concrete footings.
Oh, you're still here. I'm gonna watch you work. Before there is too much rock mixed in there, we're gonna get rid of this trash. As I was dumping trash, I actually thought it is a special day, and we're gonna see if Cole is ready for it. Oh, what day it is today?
Today's the day where we throw this coffee pot out because the thing keeps beeping at me and it won't stop.
No, it's not that day. Enough distractions. Let's go back to digging more rock.
I know what it is. It's National Donut Day.
No, it's not the one.
Camera down! Camera down! Are you okay? Camera down! Roman! So are you gonna tell me what day it is?
No, you're supposed to know, just figure it out.
Is it Bring Your Kids to Work Day?
No.
Can you give me a vowel?
Hey,
Columbus Day.
you're so close, but not even close.
Oh, Roman! I found a rock for your flower garden.
It's concrete, and it's not even pretty. Seems like we're gonna have to help Cole to guess that day. I'm not very hopeful, but anyway. Hey, Cole.
Mayflower Day.
Nope. On this day, guys gather together.
Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving. Father's Day. Or Mother's Day. No, that's not for a few months.
Take your time, you'll get it.
The old sun's starting to come out pretty good now, and we're getting around the corner of the house where the wind's not quite whipping through here as bad, so I've actually started to open up my layers a little bit because I'm getting a little sweaty underneath. My feet are half cold though, which is kind of interesting because they also feel sweaty at the same time. So however that works, I don't know, but that's what I'm experiencing right now. I'm over here in this little bump out. I'm laying some rock in here. What we're trying to do is just get all of the rock leveled out, so then when we come in and spray foam the floor, we just have everything even, and then we don't have it all bumpy and stuff. And then we are also going along, and we're looking for spots like this where there's a lip, because when someone's walking along and they're working, they could catch their toe on that. And we want to try to prevent as many trips as possible. So if we can get everything nice and flush with the footing just like this, then we should be able to prevent the trips, and then we're also achieving our levelness at the same time. Hey, look at this. We got this one all leveled off. We got to clean up our rock that's on the concrete yet, but that's a small detail. We got this one all leveled out, and then we got the big one here in the middle all leveled out, and I guess we got the bump out all leveled out too. Now we did leave two little pockets right here. We have them marked with this orange paint. So these are conduit lines that run through. They are going to go on the back side of this wall, because these two conduits right here are going to be carrying our return lines for our heated floor. So we have two over there. So the hot water is going to come in on that side. It's going to do its circulation through, and then when it comes back, they'll come through here, and then they'll come up this ramp, basically exactly like this black pipe, and then they'll run over into the other corner of the house where they'll go into the boiler. The water will get reheated, and then it will get pushed back down that line. So that's going to be our heat source down here. So that's why we're leaving these little pockets. Now I drug this black pipe down here. We have a little bit of perforated pipe left, and we have a mark right here on the concrete. We have a T that we put in our perforated pipe right here. So I'm gonna dig down to that. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna connect this up to it. And then we need to dig a trench that runs down this side over into that corner. This perforated pipe, it is going to be an interior perimeter drain, but it is also going to be our radon mitigation line that the radon fan is going to suck from. And right now, we have it running on the outside of everything except for this wall over here. So we're just gonna connect this up, and then we'll have a full circle around the inside of the underground movie theater for radon mitigation, and then we should have a nice, safe breathing environment. Do you believe in radon?
Yeah, it's there, but concrete would be so solid, no cracks, no gaps. It should be okay too.
I'm a big fan of double protecting everything, so we are going to have the spray foam insulation on the floor, which should make a nice seal. We're gonna have the concrete on top of that, which should make a nice seal. And then with the radon mitigation line actually actively sucking the radon out, we should never have any radon problems.
6 inches of concrete with rebar in it. Number 10 rebar.
1.25 rebar in a 6-inch concrete pad.
Hey, double protect yourself.
We could go 10,000 PSI with fiber as well.
I don't think they make that kind of concrete.
Oh, sure they do.
Sure.
Well, non-shrinkable grout's 10,000, so that's concrete mix. It just doesn't have the aggregate in it, right?
Yeah, but the grout is only this much thick. I don't think you can get 10,000 PSI concrete.
We'll go to the internet. Because the internet, sorry to say it, Roman, is almost as smart as you. Look at what AI says. Yes, concrete with a compressive strength of 10,000 PSI or higher does exist. Sounds like it comes in the precast stuff. Yeah, ready-mix plants have it. Oh, they have ultra high performance concrete, UHPC. UHPC has a compressive strength of over 22,000 PSI and is often used for bridges and other large scale construction projects. So that is going to be the stuff that we want.
Learned something new today. So you better give that place a phone call to say, get ready, guys.
Can we get some 22,000 PSI concrete mix? Yeah, what are you pouring? Basement floor.
О, floor.
With fiber in it, please.
Да, коли якраз знімаю, може ти в відео якраз попадеш. You can say hi to yourself when you watch the video. So right now the camera filming the phone, so when you watch the video you can hear yourself.
Oh, that is great.
Привет!
Video.
Coast.
Great.
So we've been in discussions on trying to find different interior designers to help us be able to lay things out for where lighting needs to go, where outlets need to go, and that kind of thing. And when Roman was living in Ukraine, he was a civil engineer, and they did a lot of interior design stuff as well, I guess, as part of their curriculum. Well, at least it seems like that, because Roman talks a lot about it. Roman's wife does the same thing, and then Roman's brother does the same thing. So Roman is actually talking to one of his friends from Ukraine who still lives in Ukraine, who is also named Roman, and he is an interior designer. And so he said he would be willing to take on the project of the house. So we are going to do some visiting with him and see if we can maybe get some stuff figured out on some cool designs. And maybe this was just an American thing growing up for me, but like, you're so used to American style stuff, and then when Roman shows some stuff from Ukraine on how they built things and designed things, there's some really cool things out there. So I'm excited to see what a completely outside look looks like on the inside of the house when it comes to design. So we're gonna do some visiting with Max. He does speak English, and so I'm gonna be able to talk with him, be able to get my thoughts across to him as well, and I guess we'll see our plans when they actually come through and get done. And man, this wind, it just took the breath right out of me again. Roman is going to give that's kind of weird to say, a virtual tour around the house, so that way he can kind of be starting to think of some ideas. And then we'll have to get him some dimensions and actual measurements of things, so then he has a little bit more of solid plans to work with. But while they're doing that, I'm gonna try to get this pipe exposed, see if we can get cut into it, and at least figure out where we need to go from. We marked it, and I hope we marked it well, because I have no idea where it is.
The secret pathway from the closet to an attic. Ми, мабуть, будемо працювати з першого поверху, там другий, а це вже.
Hey, look who we have pulling in. This is a pleasant surprise. This is Wade, our electrician. I asked him if he had any torpedo heaters, because we are going to need a bunch of torpedo heaters for when we heat our forms for our foundation walls. And I guess he has either 3 or 4 of them. So he's coming to drop them off. Oh, holy cow, you got the whole...
Yeah. So this thing turns on and off every now and again. I don't know why.
Okay, that seems to be a torpedo heater thing.
Somehow this T outlet was smashed, so it was oval instead of round. So it took me a little bit of force and trial to pop this in, but now it's in. We can backfill this little trench.
Hey, Roman!
What?
You ready to eat?
I've been ready for all this time. What have you been doing? So, Cole, it is the day when guys leave their house and meet at one place.
Poker night.
Nope.
Now, Roman and I are probably not the healthiest individuals in the world, but we really try to be. So one little thing that I've learned, if you do not like water, I think this is a far superior method than the dumping the little packets that have who knows what inside of them. We just have some 100% tart cherry juice, premium tart cherry juice, whatever this is. I just take a swallow of water out of a bottle, and then I just end up filling it back up to the top with this cherry juice. And then you have cherry flavored water. It's really good, and it's basically mostly water. So I think this is a fairly healthy drink option. So just a little hack for you. So this is what we've been doing for the past couple months now, or I have been.
And my way is you get an empty bottle, and you fill it with juice. And if you happen to have water, you just add a couple drops just to make you feel good.
Lunch is now over. I turned into an ice cube while I was sitting there and eating. The temperature is low.
Better start moving.
How are you not shaking?
I'm on that edge, so like 15 more minutes of not being active, I probably would start shivering.
The good old truck office is coming in perfect right now to warm up after lunch. I got a couple things that I need to get taken care of here on the computer. Got a couple files that I need to send off. And then I think Roman is going to get started, maybe getting the mini excavator fired up. We are now ready to get rock laid down on our exterior perimeter drain tile fabric that is sitting up on top. And then once we get that done, which is all going to be inside of the equipment with heat, which is going to be nice. But once we get that done, then we're moving on to the rebar. Holy cow. Surreal feeling. Wow. Several months worth of work coming to an end, opening the door to a new chapter. We'll take it. Stop right there! Stop right there! Stop right there! Excavator police, can I see your license? Okay, you're good to go, sir. Keep at it. I know scooping rock with the excavator and then driving it all the way over and dumping a bucket full at a time seems super inefficient, but there's really no better way for us to do it. We can either pile it in there with the skid loader and then wheelbarrow it around, which is actually significantly slower than that, or we can just take the skid loader, drive up to the edge, dump it, waste half of it on the slide down, and then yes, we'd get done faster, but we'd have twice as expensive as a rock bill. So as inefficient as it seems with the Mini, it is our best option.
Before I grab a skid loader, I'll check on Cole. How is his progress of figuring out what day it is today. So on this day, guys usually gather when it's dark.
Is this like a national holiday or something, or?
I think it should be.
National holidays today. I'm gonna look it up on the internet. Okay, Saturday is National Espresso Day.
I'm gonna celebrate that.
I don't know, Roman. There's no sporting events going on. It's not a holiday. It's a Thursday. It's the end of November.
It is a very special day today. I'll let you think, and maybe you'll come up with more ideas. Oh boy, poor Cole. But he'll find out pretty soon. Well, hello skid loader. Ready to work a little bit?
Okay. So when it comes to my computer work here in the truck office, what I'm trying to get taken care of is some fertilizer orders for our fertilizer spreaders. So I ended up using a program on the computer here to build a prescription for the field. So as you're driving along, like every couple hundred feet, the rate will change going through the field based on what prescription I have built. And when I did it the first time, apparently we had some glitches in it, so I'm trying to get those glitches taken care of. The big glitch that I'm running into, this is a variable rate map of the field that we are going to be applying on. And in this case, I'm putting phosphorus on, that is 1846O, and it says we are going to use 23,500 pounds of it. But when I actually download the file, it says it is just 4,099 pounds. So this is the exact same map, but I need the 23,500 pounds, not the 4,099 pounds. So something in the download is making it do that, which is a problem, because if we order based off that much fertilizer, we are going to get 1/6 of the fertilizer that we want, which would be bad. I did end up reaching out to the customer support on the prescription website, and they said they looked into it, they did some updating, and that it was taken care of, and then I just went to go re-download it, and it did the exact same thing. So problem must not be solved, but I think I'm just going to have to send the summaries of the reports to the fertilizer people, so that way they can actually get our order put in, so then we can be getting that here. We are going to be buying hundreds of thousands of pounds of fertilizer, so it's not like we can just say, oh, hey, yeah, on a last second, bring that out. We kind of need to be planning ahead a little bit. So what I ended up doing is I just sent a summary report over to Nate. The glitch must be in the rate mapping, so he can get all the information he needs from the summary report, so he can at least be getting everything ordered, and the prescriptions that I built should be correct, so we shouldn't have any problems there. I guess it was just in the rate map, and he was using the rate map to double check. So with that being said, we are now done working in the truck office. Feels good to get up and stretch. It feels like it's warmed up a bit. Oh my goodness, look at that sunset. It is going to start getting dark here in about 15 minutes, so we are going to help Roman finish up with the last of spreading out this rock. He's got everything laid down in there, so it is all shovel work at this point, and it does not look like we have very much left to do at all. Sweet.
I apologize, but I just want you guys to see the beauty of the sunset that we have today.
With our inside rock all laid down and flattened out, plus our radon line buried, plus our exterior perimeter drain towel all covered with rock, we are now ready to go grab some rebar, bring that down here, and then we're ready to start slapping some pieces on these verticals. So this is the rebar that we are going to be putting in on our verticals. This is number 7, so that is 7/8 of an inch thick. These ones, I believe, are about 13 feet long, and it doesn't look like it, but each one of them weighs about 20 pounds, and there's 500 of them right here. Kind of like a big game of pickup sticks, except the pickup sticks weigh 20 pounds a piece and can pinch your finger really bad. I'm not going to lie, when these were laying on the ground up there, they didn't look all that long, but now that I'm thinking about turning them straight vertical, these things are actually pretty stinking tall. Look at that. Our foundation wall is going to be approximately 6 inches taller than what this is. This is how high the ceiling is going to be in the underground movie theater. We're not going to want to have to change a light bulb up in the ceiling, so we're just going to leave a scaffolding or a scissor lift in the basement, so if we have a problem, we can get to it. But this is the way they're going to work. So these ones are tied into the footing down below, and then we are simply just going to be taking these ones, setting it right beside it, and then we're going to take our rebar tying gun, and then we're going to strap it in a couple places. And we're going to do that for every single one of these all the way around. There's one every foot all the way around on both sides. So we have 500 of them. And then once we get these set up, then we are going to be running ones horizontally as well. And that's going to be a little smaller bar, but we're going to have that every 12 inches all the way up. So we're going to have 13 runs of it going vertical on our horizontal run. So there's going to be a lot of rebar here. And then we're going to have our form on the outside of that, and then it'll be filled with concrete. So we'll have a 12-inch thick wall with all this rebar inside of it.
Cole, where are you?
Here.
It is a special day. It's time to go.
Now what time is it?
It's almost 5 o'clock.
Oh, we have arm wrestling practice tonight.
Duh! That's the special day.
Oh.
Hurry, we need to go. Finally he figured out, but I told you he will, eventually.
I just rolled up to practice. There is going to be 2 things I'm really going to be focusing on tonight. The first one is my cupping, so my ability to bring my hand in like this. This has been kind of a weak point for me, so it's been something I've really been trying to work on. And then the other thing, once I get my cup, I'm gonna try to work on my pronation, which is my ability to turn my hand. Usually you can do one without the other, but when you try to pair them both together, it's an entirely different feeling. You use completely different muscles, and I feel like right now, those are probably my biggest 2 keys to success right now at the level that I'm at. So these are just fundamental movements, and that's what I'm going to be working on.
The practice just getting started. We have 2 new guys here.
Here's Julio.
Estes, Julio, and Norland. Deckard brought him over. And most of the guys already warmed up, so we're kind of waiting until everyone is warm, and then we can start going to town.
Help me out. Make sure he's protected.
What do you want to work on today, Roman?
My back pressure, ability to drag the opponent backwards and create the pressure on his fingers. And pronator, that's when you are doing this, basically flipping the opponent thumb up. So those are 2 things I need to work on. So normally everything starts with good warm-up, otherwise you're not gonna stay in arm wrestling for too long because you'll develop so much injuries and it will be a short-term lived thing.
Roman el Arbor. Roman the tree.
It's not healthy. Deckard's strength is the hook, so if he has a cup around Cole's hand, Deckard is most likely to win, but if Cole can crack his fingers open like that, then Cole is gonna have an edge.
This is where the pronation comes into play, because just relax for a second, Deckard. Put your fingers down. If I can roll, I can open them up.
Deckard is pretty good not letting him do that.
Sorry? That's what I do, just like 100 of those.
Do you guys weigh? What do you weigh?
Oh, my weight. Actually, I just
Take 2.
Well, I mean, each time, like we pull with.
I feel like chancing this. I went back and looked at the video. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I was wondering, like, if anyone's ever.
I feel that press coming, man.
Has all the new guys.
Pivot towards it, like
Yeah, like turn
into
Yeah, turn.
Cold water.
Telling stories.
He has a YouTube channel.
Not breaking the sweat at all. Four kids under 4, buddy. That's awesome. Good for you.
But like right now, this is an arm wrestling keychain.
Yeah. Keychain on wrestling.
All right, Deckard, let's see the guns. It's still small. Let's see your golf ball. My golf ball? Yeah, your golf ball. It is getting there. No, this is FPV. When you don't have a counter hand, it's a little harder from here. Arm wrestling practice is now over. We got the 2 new guys. They were from Nicaragua. And I don't know what it is about Central Americans and their hand strength, but it is just phenomenal. I pulled with Julio, and he definitely was not quite as strong as his brother, but both extremely strong. It was a lot of fun pulling with them. But I'm definitely tired, especially here through the elbow on my left arm. My right arm feels pretty good, but it just was getting fatigued. I think Roman had a pretty good practice. We were all able to get really nice and tired. So arm wrestling is one of those things. You practice, practice, practice. It doesn't feel like you get any better. And then all of a sudden you come to practice one day and then you do something that you couldn't. And then you have another string of 5 of them in a row where it doesn't feel like you're getting any better. And then all of a sudden you have one where you're getting better. So it's just consistency, doing it over and over and over and over. Anyway, with all of that now being done, I am going to call it a night. So this is all we got for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.